What's going on? This is the comment section number 35. All right, first up, LM Tino, what's going on? Queen, keep yourself alive, Hammersmith Odeon. Somewhere along the way, John must have thought, thank God I don't have to deal with that rubbish solo stuff. Curious, do bass players ever get equal solo time? And also after this, LM Tino started commenting on a couple of solo bass videos that I have posted, like shorts or whatever, saying that he got his answer or whatever. And I wrote a, no, we don't usually at all comment section. Okay, so do bass players ever get equal solo time? No. No. Unless it's like the bass player's band, no. Bass players aren't soloists. They're not. That's not the role of the bass. That's not to say they can't take solos. That's not to say there aren't excellent bass soloists in the world, because there are. But traditionally, you know, for the most part, the bassist role, and it's also the role that I like to play, is the glue in the band. It's to play in a band in an ensemble setting, right? Because not everything is band. It could be, you know, in some kind of group setting where you're the glue. You're a melodic instrument. You're a rhythmic instrument, a percussive instrument. You're a harmonic instrument. You're all of it. You're all of it. There are other instruments like saxophone, horns, guitar, piano. These are instruments that in solo music settings, right? Music where there's solos, they get the lion's share of the solos, right? So that means that they get to practice soloing in a group setting more often than bass players. Okay, jazz, right? Okay, jazz. And again, there are bass players that are incredible soloists, right? Victor Wooten's an incredible solo, right? Lots of the solo guys, incredible soloists, right? Incredible soloists. But again, for the most part, bass players don't get thrown a solo. They might get thrown a solo once a night, depending on the music, right? All of this is very much depends. And yeah, I mean, the band that I play in right now, I don't take a solo at all. Yeah, no solo. No solo. Any kind of solo that I take or a thing like that is me just filling in and kind of just taking charge over the section. And some of the videos that you comment on, I mean, I have bass solos. They're on my channel. You can check them out. Here's some right here.
For sure.
Right? That was a solo that I really liked. Super short, you know, like that kind of thing. Here's some other solo. you go. Okay. One of the last bands I played in, there was a lot of soloing going on. It was 99.9% of the time the guitar player, it was his band. And I got a solo maybe once a gig. It depended on the song. There were specific songs where there was a bass solo. It's like that kind of thing. So, and if that song got called, I got a bass solo. That's that. So, and I'm fine with that. I'm an okay bass soloer. I'm okay at it. Kind of depends. I like to solo over some things versus other things. And it's interesting because from the last comment section video, I brought up my new project, Spirit of Earth, which is all bass, solo bass. So, and it's all improvised, one take solos, kind of. You know, I'm playing melodies. I'm trying to play melodies and also chords and things like that. I'm trying to like just compose on the spot, basically. Some of that comes off a little bit solo-y, some of it comes off more melodic, depending on how it comes out, which is improvised. And again, one take. I'm not like editing, I'm not going back and dropping in and you know, it's literally I hit record and I play until the track is done. And that's it. And then I move on to the next track, and I either choose to pick that as going on the album or I leave it. Most of what I'm recording I'm actually using. So, and again, this is by design, but most of the time just bass players don't get that opportunity to solo. So you're either practicing soloing on your own, you know, or you have your own band where you can kind of dictate like, okay, I'm soloing over everything. But, you know, for the most part, no, bass players don't get the same amount of solos that guitar players or horn players do. Or piano players, or even drummers. It's like drummers aren't soloing every single song. They may get a solo a night, right? Neil Peart got a solo a night. Geddy didn't even solo, you know, like that's to me normal and fine. I like that kind of playing just for me. I have nothing against bass solos in terms of like other people doing them or even me doing them, depending. But yeah, I would not say that they get equal solo time, in my opinion. All right, Gearhead, what's going on? Oh, this is an old one. Oh, wow. Fountain of Lambeth, Caress of Steel. Wow, this is going back. Okay, how can a musician... I love these people who come on and they don't know who I am, and that's fine. You don't need to know who I am. It's not like that. I don't have an ego in terms of all that kind of thing. You just don't know me. You don't know that I actually am a musician. You don't know, you haven't... I get it. You haven't worked with me before. You don't know. So anyways, people that say that I call me a musician or think that I am not a real musician or any of that kind of thing. We've had discussions on the channel about this before. And also I can see how it's difficult because there are lots of people that are like musician reacts to, and then it's like, what have you done? Like what are your credit? Like what have you done anything? Or is there any videos of you out? It always boggles my mind when I say someone is looking for a gig or someone is looking for like a player for a band or something, and then someone submits something and it's like like, hey, I'm if someone's looking for a guitar player, just made up example, oh hey, I'm a guitar player, here's my information, and then you look up their name and there's nothing on the internet on them, and I'm just like, what year is this? Like, what decade is this? Like, you have to have something on the internet. Like, how else are people gonna know? Like, what? Like, you have to have it. And that's actually how my YouTube channel started, for the most part, was me putting up videos of me playing bass, which there's, hundreds of videos on my channel of me playing bass. Both just by myself playing along the tracks, and also live performances, and also appearances. That's videos. This is all in the playlist. Appearances is videos that are not my videos. They're not on my channel. They're on other people's channels, but I'm in them, right? I appear in them. Wow, incredible. Yeah, anyways, how can a musician not like the Necromancer? Oh, this is fantastic. It's almost like blasphemy or something. And of course, me being the asshole, I said, it sucks ass, no quotations needed. And they said, to each their own, I guess. Are you the guy that thinks Primus actually does suck? Just wondering. That was a joke slogan, although maybe not to some. And I said they don't suck. Although I can't listen to them forever. They don't suck, though. I listened to them when I was in high school when I was playing bass, first starting playing bass, and I was into them then. But then, you know, I couldn't take them seriously. You know, I couldn't take them seriously because they're kind of a joke band in that kind of way. But then more recently, since doing reaction videos, I went back and did a bunch of Primus, and I'm like, oh yeah, this stuff is great. These guys are great. These guys are great. Now, it's not that I doubted them in that kind of way. It's just that, you know, you're not always in the mood to hear, you know, certain things, and that's just what it is. I'm not always in the mood to listen to Primus. That's all. But they don't suck. They don't suck. Les Claypool doesn't suck at all. He's very inventive, a very creative bass player. He's very good, right? And he's got his own band. I commend all that stuff. Super cool. And I am a real musician, yes. And no, I don't like the Necromancer. Sorry. You're talking about Caress of Steel. There's way better. I mean, come on, man. All right, up next. Ono1DIJ. What's going on? Genesis Dodo Lurker. It's strange how one can appreciate something from another point of view. Oh, I love this. I'm enjoying this album much more than before. Sharing music, I love this. I pulled this comment because I love this comment. Sharing music, listening carefully, listening to other opinions shows that what you thought can change. This song is one of the only 4 I always liked, but the album itself is growing more now on me. I always liked the A side, but the B side I really like Dodo Lurker, but the rest it falls for me. But we will see. The only song I think is not going to change my mind is the next one, The Horrible Whodunit, but anything can happen. Yeah, that song's garbage. You're right. It's total garbage. But I love this. It's strange how one can appreciate something from another point of view. And that's so much of what this is, and doing reactions and checking out this music is. And, you know, it's something that when I first started doing it, I thought it was weird, actually. I actually thought reaction, and still think that reaction videos are weird. Like, why would somebody want to watch somebody else listen to something? Or watch somebody else watch something? It's kind of weird, but I get it more. And also things like this. There's a lot of reasons why I think people are into reaction videos. I understand more now about it, especially since doing them and connecting with a lot of you. So I do get it. And I do think it's cool. And I would say that this is especially one of the cool parts about it. Sharing music, listening carefully, listening to other people's opinions. Because, you know, I read the comments and I see, you know, how I feel about things is not how everybody feels about things, which obviously, duh. But it's always interesting when I have a strong opinion about one thing, and then people have the opposite. You know, like there's people that like Whodunit, where I think it's I can't. But it's subjective, right? Did you say that? Music is subjective? No, you didn't say that. It is subjective though, right? It's subjective. It's very cool. I like that comment. Thank you very much. Okay, next. Elizabeth Bjorkqvist. 1062, what's going on? I just want to say thank you. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Justin, for your reactions to Queen. I really like listening to you and appreciate that you are so serious and have a sense of humor at the same time. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, that is basically me in a nutshell. Serious and a sense of humor at the same time. Sometimes that can make it difficult to read, but the more you watch, the more you get to know me kind of thing. It's like, I feel like it becomes obvious. I don't know, sometimes I cross the line. Anyways, all right. Thank you. Up next, Renee Althuv 6811. What's going on? Sorry. Yes, beyond and before. Every band was hugely influenced by the Beatles, but John Anderson especially, since he was in several Beatles cover bands before Yes. And I said, oh, interesting. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Did you guys know that? John Anderson was in several Beatles cover bands before Yes. That's pretty wild. That means I still have a chance. Wow. Just kidding. I have never been in a Beatles cover band. I've been in or tribute bands, I guess you could say. I was in a Dave Matthews tribute band forever ago, like 20 years ago, and more recently a Tom Petty tribute band, which was a ton of fun also. So yeah, I picked this out because I didn't know that he was in a bunch of Beatles cover bands. That's crazy. Very cool. Okay, and that's it. Oh, and then also this Spirit of Earth plug. I'll plug it again. So Spirit of Earth is a recording project that I have that I started in December, where I'm releasing an album a week of music that is sounds of ambience accompanied by improvised melodies on bass guitar. Each song is fully improvised, one take. That's it. One take, fully improvised. I don't know what I'm going to play ahead of time. Hit record, go. Right? Maybe I've been thinking about recording the whole process, like video recording the whole process at some point. I just haven't yet. Because I'm just, I'm more focused on the audio aspect currently, but I know that at some point I probably should video record all of it, because that may be interesting for some people. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe people aren't interested in it. Doesn't really matter. It's whatever to me. I'm just trying to get the music out there and just be consistent and get crazy with releasing tons of music, right? So if you haven't checked that out yet, check that out on Spotify, Spirit of Earth. Check it out. Okay, all right. Thank you guys. I'll catch you in the next video.